La da 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 da. Gotta update my stream. Let's see. Birthday. We're doing some things, we're doing some things, we're updating some things, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ow. Go to stream, you beam. That'll tell him. Oh my goodness gracious me, oh my. Bro. I am absolutely... I finished eating like an hour ago, but I got the burps for real. How does my sound sound? Hello? I am absolutely so loud. Holy cow. Is that my microphone? Hold on, let me turn down the volume and make sure that it's not just the volume on my iPad, because it's crazy. Like, bro. Alright, what are we doing? How does it sound? What's going on now? Is that my microphone? Hold on, let me turn that volume. Alright. Microphone loud, music quiet. Let's do a little bit of this. Let's try that. One of these days I really need to figure out how to make my sound setup better. Because that's one of the things I really like about streamers, is when the sound is like nice and crisp. Especially the microphone sounds. Because that can really change how a person sounds. Like, really change how a person sounds. This is just like a little, like, $80 plug-and-play microphone. So, I mean, you get what you pay for, but still. Alright. That'll do it for now. Aye. It's been a bit. Did I stream on Sunday? I thought I was going to be back Monday, but I ended up not being. I think I'm going to alternate. Well, actually, no matter what, it's really only Thursday through Sundays that I can stream. And I want to stream at least 3 of those days. I don't know if I will be able to Saturday. We'll see. And I might not on Fridays. Thursday, Saturday, Sunday I want to do at the very least. Saturday we'll see. It'll depend on how work goes because I picked up an extra shift. It should be pretty easy, but I have to work until 8 p.m. when my stream starts. We'll see. I'm going to be working from home though, so literally just right over there, so I can just move over here and then stream. And I really want to be hitting art. Tomorrow I don't know, because I'm probably going to be watching Nimby Nightmare do an 8-hour stream. Which reminds me, I have some stuff that I want to catch up on, and I need to do that tonight. What should because I'm not going to have time tomorrow. Well, I'll have a little bit of time. But she starts at like 1 p.m. my time, which is nice. Ah, thank God, I can work from home tomorrow. I was in the office 4 days this week. Anyways, I should probably do a little bit of an intro. Hello, my name is 10K Hours. Putting in the time so my art is no longer a crime. Woo! Today we are back at it like a good habit. I think I say back at it like a bad habit. I'm trying to make a good habit. Yay! I need to be doing some more art, y'all. I am so freaking addicted to my phone. I need to absolutely delete the Twitter app. I don't know. There's so much time when I'm just kind of like rot maxing on my phone. The problem is that I've gotten to the point where I have like a YouTube video or like a stream playing that I want to actually be watching, but I'm just like so ADHD brained that I'm like scrolling through Twitter on my phone. I'm not even reading stuff. It's just, or I'm not fully paying attention to either thing. It's bad. It's been real bad for a bit, and I need to freaking get off. I like, at one point, I don't remember. This was years ago. Like I was getting kind of bad with Twitter, and I just like quit it cold turkey and didn't touch it for years. And then I got back on Twitter when I started getting into VTubers and like actually watching streams, because they'd be like, oh hey, I'm putting out a schedule, or oh hey, I'm going live now. I'd be like, oh cool, I'll go and check it out. So that was good. And then I started checking out the For You page because it had other stuff and like VTuber stuff that I wanted to see on it now. And now it's kind of like a mixed bag what I'll get. Like every once in a while the algorithm will hit perfect. It's like, oh hey, it's just a bunch of stuff that I actually want to see. Like it's stuff about like cool animation or VTubers or whatnot. That's cool. But deeply depending on like what's going on as well, and it's like trending everywhere. Man, with all the JFK stuff coming out, it's just a bunch of like stupid posts about like, oh god, about like conspiracy theories and whatnot. And my stupid brain is like, hey, what's this? It's a meme. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory thing. And I like hung out on it for a second, so I'm like, oh no. So then I have to like make sure that I scroll past all that stuff like as fast as I can the next time I see it. So the algorithm isn't like, yes, we know what to feature more of. But yeah, anyways. But I really just need to get off of it fully. But like, for real. Because it is rotting my brain. I need to go back to when I just cut it cold turkey. Those are the good days. It was like sometime in college too. Where's my water? Alright. I'd make a great VTuber if I didn't have such a great ass. Anyways. I'm glad no one watches me. Alright. I have no idea what I want to do today. I really just booted this up and I was like, I need to draw. It's been a bit. It's probably been like, it's been quite a bit actually. When was Sunday? I haven't touched a pen since then. Hey, that rhymed. I'm a poet and I had no idea. Alright. What's bothering me? What is bothering me is this leg. And this leg. They're sticks. I made sticks. Actually, no, this is a bat. And this is a stick. I need to fix these largs. These leak woos. These loggy woos. They're on layer 6, right? Yeah. Actually, I kind of like turning off the lines every once in a while. You should still be able to see where things are. I think I've nailed the face if I can still see all the curvatures of the face with it. Okay. I think I've nailed especially the shading and the highlights. If you can still kind of clearly make out the contours of the face and everything from just that. At least I've done a decent job, maybe not nailed. Gosh, I hit that face so well. It looks so good. I shouldn't say the phrase hit that face. That was not the best thing. Okay, but I've been thinking this for a bit. The legs are messed up, and I know it. I've known it for a bit. Okay, that's why. But the curve is off. It just needs, like, really just a little bit. I think they might be a little too long as well. I think they might be a little too long as well. She has kind of stick legs, though, to begin with. Oh, man. Do I really want to move all of this? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to be a very brave lad who does brave things. I'm going to turn off all of this. Now I know why you put things in folders, so you can just kind of turn everything off at the same time. I see now. I see. It has become clear, but I think this leg is too long, and I need to actually fix that before I go crazy. Also, there's a bunch of new features in Clip Studio I haven't messed around with. That does look better. Hold on. How long is too long? Hold on. I have something that I'm going to do. Oh wait, no, it won't let me transform that. Because I just want to see, like, the area. Like how long the bottom half of the leg is compared to the top half. Alright. Alright, we're gonna go back down here. Thank God for the undo tool. Yeah. It's about even now. Yep, my leg was way too long. That means this leg is also probably way too long. Okay. Because it's about halfway points, right about there. Right about there. Right about there. Actually, no. The halfway point's really more right about there-ish. Okay. And then... no, that's pretty good, actually. Okay. Ah! Okay. Alright, that means that the distance is good, but it's just the... It's just that I gave her sticks for legs. Like, literally sticks. Alright, I'm starting not to feel this music too much. Now, mind you, she does have skinny legs to begin with, so... What the fuck is this music? Alright, well... Listen, I officially don't like this music anymore. Hold on, we're changing this. I'm done. Alright. Let's see. It's back to this, like, Tokyo 80s lo-fi station that I've been using a bunch. And I can't tell if this guy is using AI art, if he's stealing the art, or if he's drawing it himself. I I don't think it's AI though, because the more I look at it, it's the fine details you need to look at. Like anything where there's supposed to be like any sort of repeating pattern. AI just cannot figure that out. And this doesn't have it, but I can't tell if, I don't know where he's getting this art. It kind of bugs me, but that's neither here or there. Did it switch in the stream? I don't know. Let me check right quick. 1 second. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Yeah, it did. Perfect. All right. Cools McCools, you jewels. All right. All right. How do we make a leg look like normal from the back? We're looking at the front because it's the same silhouette. Okay. That's what we do. That's what we're gonna do. That's how it's been. That's where we've always done. Let's get my reference. Ah! Back up. Sorry, I was zooming the wrong place. Reference, yo. Are you there, my boy? There we go. Okay. Okay, so the insides aren't going to be... I think actually, I kind of nailed it a bit, but I need to do just a little bit of that. But I just need to make her legs not look so freaking chicken, you know? And then I gotta fix up these. I gotta fix up these lines. I need to be listening because I don't want to say what's going on, but my upstairs neighbors have like some serious stuff going on that I'm not gonna air on the internet because it's not my place to do that. And if it gets bad, I'm probably just gonna end the stream because my microphone picks up everything. Actually, can you even hear them? I can kind of hear them. There's like a blah 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 coming from above. And I feel so bad because I think I might have exasperated the stuff that they have going on because I've been getting like mad at work and at video games, and I'll yell and be like, "Oh, come on, are we fucking kidding me?" Blah, 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 and all that stuff, and it's real loud. And I've definitely woken up their baby that was born in like November, like 2 or 3 times, I think. I feel so bad, and I'm not helping the situation. Ugh. It's not intentional. I'm not going out. I'm just super frustrated. And freaking Arkfeld. Freaking Arkfeld. I hate that guy. I don't think it's not gonna make me quit Monster Hunter like, oh, what is it? Like, freaking Devil Joe. Oh my god, World? I missed out on, like, peak with World. Like, I never fought Fatalis or did any of that. And it's because when they were starting to, like, actually, like, drop the title updates and stuff, I mostly played Insect Glaive at the time, but I was also messing around with, like, Switch Axe and Longsword. So I never did, shoot, what was the name of, like, the DLC for World? I bought it, and I don't think I ever played a single second of it. It was because of freaking Devil Joe. I'm pretty sure they dropped him in like a free title update, like right before it came out, as like, hey, time to practice on Devil Joe to get it up. I hate Devil Joe. This is the worst. I hate him. Not as much as I hate Basilgeuse. Because Basilgeuse is horrible, and I hated him. Like, bro would not stop raiding me. And I didn't know about dung pods or how to use any of that stuff. I just never paid attention to, like, the slinger. So, I didn't know that you could just shoot him with dung pods and make him leave. So, there were so many hunts where he would just, like, destroy and end up fighting, like, him and whatever the monster was. And it got to the point where if I was doing a hunt and there was a Basilgeuse on the map, I would just go hunt the Basilgeuse first, fully kill him, and then go hunt the monster that I was supposed to hunt. Because I just hated him so much. And it was so time consuming. And then later I saw somebody, like, I was like in like an online lobby, and Basilgeuse came in, I was like, oh fuck. And I started attacking the Basilgeuse, just like, that's it. I'm just gonna do my normal thing and I'm just gonna kill it. And one of the guys is like, why are you attacking the Basilgeuse? Flies away. You ever had one of those moments where you're like, could have just read the item description. Could have just read the item description. Could have just done that. Could have just read the item description. That was one of those moments where I've felt such utter stupidity in my veins. Hold on, I noticed lines that were off. Okay, there we go. Perspectives that were weird, that no one would have ever seen. Actually, someone would have seen that. People like feet. The real fun part is I'm fixing all this stuff and I'm going to immediately after this. It's not going to be quite. It's not going to be quite that puffy. Oh wait, I was saying, like, no, I should talk about this, but there's a possibility that things might get heated with my upstairs neighbors. So I'm kind of watching that. If it gets too loud, it can be heard on stream. I might just end it, mostly because I don't want to. Just kind of put that out there into the world. Man, I haven't drawn in a while. Although I think I'm going to be drawing for a bit. I want to get this drawing done because I want to start learning live 2D. And I'm probably going to be researching that a bunch this Saturday. I'd like to start next week. If I ever stop tweaking this freaking drawing. Okay, actually I think there's going to be a little bit more of a curve here. Part of me that kind of wishes I had done this on a vector layer, because I know there's a bunch of stuff that you can do with like lines to be like, oh hey, to fix this up, will ya? Thanks, Clip Studio, you're the best. But I didn't, because I never use that stuff, and I always forget to, and I always end up doing it by hand anyways. So, okay, the legs are bothering me less. This is going to be a much more gradual. It's going to be much more gradual than I've made it, I think. tell you what, I'm kind of glad I'm mostly an art streamer right now, not a gaming streamer. All this stuff with like Assassin's Creed and whatnot. I tell you what, based on like all the drama that had come out beforehand, I had fully expected the game to just be like, it's probably just gonna be alright. But now everyone's saying like, nah, it's actually a pretty good game. Like, fuck. Although I never had a horse in this race. What do I care? I was never gonna play it anyways. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game since Odyssey was my last one. And I remember getting to the end of that game and just being like, thank God I'm done with this. I just want to move on. And just kind of being done with it rather than like... I was finishing it just to finish it, not because... I finished it kind of out of obligation rather than anything else. And I realized at some point that I was just kind of going through the motions with it and trying to get through it as fast as possible. Well, I realize that now. But it's going to be a little bit of a curve here. But I haven't played Assassin's Creed games since Odyssey. I'm not a big fan of the like more RPG-ishness of the game. I think I was back then, because, you know, numbers go big, woo! But that stuff's always fun. I don't know. But all the discourse coming out about it, you would have thought it was the coming of the Antichrist. I think I have a terrible habit these last few months of getting caught up in like drama and things like that. And I think this whole thing being like, nah, the game was actually like pretty decent. Like all of this coming out just kind of solidified to me like, I don't think any of this stuff really mattered that much at the end of the day. Oh, on the wrong layer. No. Oh my god, I forgot to switch. Cancel. Okay, there we go. Then I do that. Then I can move this. Oh my god. But I've been slowly like, it's been a bad habit of mine to be in that. I've slowly been getting out of it. And I think it's going to be a very good idea for me. Because nothing good comes from it. And what is it? I think a lot of people are starting to kind of realize that. Like, what is it? There's this guy I used to watch around when all that stuff was happening with Selene. Like, oh god. VTuber drama is kind of what got me into it to begin with. And with all that stuff that was happening with Selene, there's this guy named Kyo. Not the one that was in Niji Sanji. But he's like a little rabbit guy. And he just had a stream yesterday where he was like, bro, I'm getting out of the drama game. Like, I just can't do this anymore. It's dumb and it's killing me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm a viewer and I'm starting to kind of feel the same. So yeah, I get it. I think it's because last year was just so like packed with drama. That's not to say that every year isn't, but like, I don't know. I guess it just felt like especially bad last year. I guess because there was just legitimately a lot that was going on. Okay, and oh, what the heck? I thought I just fixed that. Excuse me? What just happened? Wait, hold on a second. Why does that look great here? Oh. It's because, okay. I need to erase. Okay, that's why. That's why. That's why. There we go. Then just fix up those little bits here and there. Oh wait, hold on. Ah! I was trying to make it bigger and I was hitting the wrong button. Alright. Ah! Wait, no. I'm not erasing. I was like, wait a second, what's going on? I was not erasing. Oh my god, that means I need to... Okay, yeah. Now let's do it. I don't know. I think there's just too much hate going on right now. Political climates aren't helping, but they never do, so that's nothing new. The last time we were ever like, I'm gonna be straight up with you, the last time we were ever like really just united as a nation was right after the September 11th attacks. And that was a very like early formative, very, very early like formative like memory for me. Because I was very young. I was still in elementary school when that happened. And there was a time where I felt like we were all like on the same side. We were all Americans and everyone didn't hate each other. But times pass, things change. And I remember there was a lot of vitriol back then, especially with how like we handled the situation, the war in the Middle East, all of that. I don't want to get into it because frankly, I was too young for all of that, and I don't have an opinion on it. I'm gonna be honest. Do I think we were there for the right reasons? Probably not. Did we do a whole lot of good? Probably not. Do we need to leave sooner than we did? Probably, yeah. I don't know. Politics is one of those things where it's important to know about, but if you let it, it will completely consume you. Because it's important. But, oh wow, is that even 30 minutes? Holy cow. But at the same time, it doesn't just consume a little bit of you. It like fully consumes, envelops, and in a lot of cases distorts. Okay, well now I'm noticing this skirt is messed up. Oh my god. I really just need to get in the habit of like doing these drawings in like 1 to 2 streams. Because the longer I'm with something, the more I realize just kind of how messed up it is here and there. And this skirt is way too short. It's alright. It's short on the reference as well. Although it does? Okay. Alright, so on the reference, actually I think I accidentally nailed it, because it goes, we can't see it. Hold on, I need to move up here. Because it goes down further, let me use a different color that you can actually see. Because it goes down further in the front, and then we don't see it in the back here. So, actually, I nailed the skirt. Alright, cool. Hey, yo, how's it going? I'm doing good, life spin, playing some weird games with me. I'm sorry, man. How you been, though? How'd your mom's surgery go? Am I missing a color? I am. That's what I'm missing. Okay. I need to do this color. I don't know. Oh, man. Also, give me 1 second. I drank way too much water and I gotta pee. I'll be back. 1 sec. I peed right before I started streaming too. Jeez. Well, not finished. Another 6 months. She also needs to get readjustments in the future so her teeth aren't really finished. Ooh. By the way, I've got a friend for the first time in the year. Oh yeah! And so on Monday we talked and I wrote the dental thing, blah blah blah. Every morning since then she's come over and we've talked. Not just about that, but pretty personal conversations. We have the same interests. They did something else that just made me go, wow, this is a change. Hey! Alright. Cool. A little bit so looks like pretty good news across the board. Mom's not out of the woods yet, but everything went well. That's always good. That's good. Making some friends? Awesome. I'm proud of you, dude. Alright, what are we doing today? Do I want to start on the Bs? I'm kind of feeling the Cs. No, I need to learn how to do metal. We might hit the Bs then. Sorry, this one that's smiling always gets me. Oh, how am I going to do the Bs? Because they got multiple colors that are all going to be having the same shading. Do I want to combine these into one? Because here's the issue that I'm running into. We go to... Let's say, for instance, we go to... Well, they're actually all going to have kind of different shading. Sorry, I need to be listening. My upstairs neighbors. Let's see, the thing isn't too special. In one class, we had a choice to write a note to whoever we wanted to. It was optional. I'm not going to go all into the note, but she said something along the lines of she was glad to have me as a friend. Oh, that's weirdly enough touched me. I didn't write them a note because I thought it'd be better to tell them one-on-one after I told them. They went, aw. Hey, honestly, not good way to do that. Well, that's cool. Glad you're making some friends. I know to a person in class. So, I was thinking about... Teacher brain took over there for a second, and I was like, what class would I have people do that for? Sorry. Alright. Little B, what are you going to be? Okay, let's add a clipping layer. Add this, clip to the layer below. Let me start putting these in folders. So, grab this color, boop, boop. Go down to 80. Oh wow, I went way too far. Maybe I should just go down like 10 and over. Yeah, okay. Because, okay. So where the light source is going to be, there's going to be a huge light source right here. That's where it's going to be. So this guy's pretty much just going to be everything like down and along here. Even if it's just one, it's all I need. The class was Spanish, only class we have together. But a Spanish teacher sometimes does a Thankful Thursday thing, which, yeah, you can guess. Okay, that makes sense. Spanish. Alright, well, cool. Yeah, honestly, you don't need a lot of friends. In my opinion, it's better to have a few close friends than a bunch. Alright, and then do... Nope. Can I do this here? Nope. Oh wait, that's because I need to refer other layers as well. That's why. There we go. Alright, now that's the yellow. Let's go up to the orange and do the same thing. Actually, let me grab this color down here. Alright, ooh, we already are pretty far over. Let's go a little bit down into the red then. I'm gonna maybe try this. Actually, hold on. Let me try something here. think I just hit something that I liked better. Let's see. I've never had many friends. Hell, the entire year this year, I've been basically just alone. It's crazy how everything changed in a week. I mean, that's how it goes. I had a similar situation when I was in. Let's see. I moved around a bunch around my middle school years for my dad's job. We weren't he wasn't in the military or anything. It's just that's how it happened. But I remember my 6th grade year, we moved to a new school in a new state, and I lost friends that I'd had for pretty much the first 7 years of my life, which when you're 12, 13 years old is more than half your life. And I remember that entire year I made like one friend, and it wasn't until like halfway through the year. And I still remember him to this day. I still remember him to this day. We never kept up or anything. I was only there for 1 year, but yeah. Sometimes that's all you need. But we're gonna try something different here. We're gonna try going a little orange instead. And also I'm gonna do this because I realize I'm making things too difficult for myself. I immediately like that more. And then if I just make this a little redder. Ooh, okay, this one's gonna be tough. I gotta like... Okay. And then erase a bit to kind of line them up. Yeah, there we go. Oh wait, oh no I didn't. Same, that color was great. Yeah. Now, let's see. Now, there is going to be a bit of rim lighting though, I think. This eraser is way too big. What am I doing? Wait, no. Is this an eraser? Yes. Okay. And then I need to hit that yellow. Wait. Oh. There we go. Okay. Oh wait, then an eraser. There we go. Okay. And the highlights, okay, I need to decide on the color for this because this is about to get, we need to just do this color and we need to do it now. All right. Portal color. I didn't actually name it. No. Portal. No. Porta. No. There we go. Okay. All right. What color do I want? I actually want like a very like bright, like almost white blue. And I have some good colors over here to start with, but I want to mess with them a bit. So I come over here. I think I actually was messing with this a bit. What did I use that blue for? I don't remember. Okay. Actually, was I already doing this? I think I was already doing this. be a little darker. Let's try this one. Ooh. It's the first time in a while I've been kind of excited for tomorrow. By the way, I've told them many things I've struggled with, and they always seem to be patient or understanding away. I was the first person not weirded by it. Hey, alright. It's nice to have someone that you can confide in. Just be sure to listen back, alright? That's the only thing I'm gonna say. I want a bit of a glow to this. There's a way to add glow. Oh man, is that in layer effects? I think so. Border effect, tone. Yeah. Ah. Ooh. Edge, watercolor edge. Color. Edge color. Oh man, I did this once forever ago. And this is gonna drive me crazy. Maybe. Yeah, yeah, I make sure to listen to them. I mean, they're the only person I got, so gotta make the best of the chance I have with this person. I'm gonna go to bed, I'm tired, have a good stream, and life is turning around, and I'm here for it. Kinda feels like a weird movie. Hey man, that's life. Highs and lows. But you have a good one, man. Have a good day tomorrow, and I'll see you later. Bye. Is it this? Ah! Nope, turn off all of these, because I don't know what's happening. Wait a second. Wait, no, it's not here that I need to be doing that. It's elsewhere. I'm not crazy about the color, but that's about as good as it's gonna get. I think it's something I'm gonna have to play around with a bit. Also, you can just kind of add a glow to something. I'm thirsty. Also, I just noticed something, and it's gonna drive me crazy. Yeah. Actually, hold on, if I move this down here. Wait, watch this. I'm a genius. I love being the smartest person in the room. I'm the only person in the room. Although, to be frank, I probably do like that as well, because I like to play Magic the Gathering. And what is Magic the Gathering except for a smartest person in the room competition? No joke. Because we're all trying to make stuff to beat each other, outsmart our opponents before we even know what their moves are. I need to fix this string. It's messed up. I'll fix it later. But I do like these two colors. I do like them a lot. Alright. We're gonna switch U to U. And U to U. I'm gonna go around and hit these little beesy boys. Let's hit the yellow first. That's not the color I wanted. Was it this one actually? It was this one, okay. And then it must mean this one is this one. Okay, well, I'm gonna move over here. Okay. All right. And there's absolutely gonna be some rim lighting going on, so. We're gonna get rid of this. And that, and then we need to come back up here and hit this. Is this the right, or is it this one? Oh no, I need to come over here. Yeah, it's this one. Alright, and then hit that rim. Okay. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now that actually the bees are going to be really quick. Wait, hold on. Damn, I like nailed that. Ah! Yeah. I do like the wiggly mouth on this one. Alright, actually, we're already on the orange. Let's just hit the orange. Actually, no, it's a lot easier to go from the yellow. Hit the rim. Hit that, whoa. I don't even know if that's a thing. There we go. And then hit the orange. Boop. Hit that. And right there. Easy. Oh, I need to think about darkening up the light on the wings a little bit. I'm gonna use a blue for that though. Alright, these bees are gonna go by quick, which is good because I've wasted like an hour. No, I haven't wasted an hour. I've been working on stuff. I've been doing stuff, Dad. Alright. Let's go switch. Oh. What the heck? What is going on with this guy? Where is all of that stuff? Where did I make those changes? Oh no! Did I do that on the orange layer? I did do that on the orange layer. That's not good. Well, at least I can see it now. I can get rid of it. Oh, because I was like, what's going on? Why is it turning black? It's because that was the underneath color. When did I do all this stuff on the orange layer? I have a lot of questions about what I did. When did I do that? How did I do that? Why did I do that? Okay. It's like a little Easter egg to myself. Man, I really screwed up on this one. Alright, well, it's fixed now. And let's fix this. Ah, wrong layer. Oh, that's orange. I want to be on this layer. There we go. Yeah. Alright, there we go. And then... Oh, wait, hold on a second. I need to do something. Or else this is going to get... Oh, wait. Oh, wah. What? Yeah, be orange. Okay, I am erasing. Did I just hit the wrong button? I must hit the wrong button. Alright, there we go. Be orange. Borange. And they say nothing rhymes with orange. Speaking of nothing rhymes with orange, wasn't it? Wasn't it Eminem? I want to say who had like a song where he rhymed things with purple and orange and all that. I don't remember. It was like a half-remembered dream. I remember when Eminem was super controversial. Weird how things change over time. I remember being real young when he was like an up-and-coming artist, and people were like, "Oh my God, he's a terrible artist. He's poisoning the youth," and all of that. And to be frank, some of his lyrics are wild, like insane. I never really listened to a lot of his stuff, but I heard the lyrics to the song, what is it, Fack or something like that? That is a crazy song. So I can absolutely understand why people were like, "Oh my God," back in the day. But nowadays, everyone's like, Eminem's cool. No one cares. It's weird how people change over time. That's one of the things I'm realizing now, is that a lot of stuff that's hated at its time is usually not hated for a good reason. Just isn't. Especially if it's hated just for being popular. I get it, people get tired of stuff and they're like, "I don't want to see this anymore." Like, what is it? Kind of like Jack Black is getting right now with being the Minecraft movie. I was like, I don't want to see the Minecraft movie. This is weird casting. I'm not here for that. He doesn't feel like Steve. Like, it's a Minecraft movie. It's Jack Black. Nobody cares. I do care about how everything looks weird Although, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how they would have done it differently. I'm going to be so real. Maybe if they had gone for like a more like, kind of like cartoony, like inflated style instead of like a more like realistic style. But then the humans probably would have looked very weird in it. I'm gonna be honest. If I can think about the art style that I think probably would have fit a Minecraft movie the best, I think it should have been full 2D animated. I realize it's a 3D game, but I feel like a full like 2D animated movie might have strangely have fitted the best. Because let's face it, and I think it would have been pretty, there's probably people who have come up with this, but I'm used to come up with this, but I think it would probably would have been pretty cool to get like, especially some people who are known for doing like Minecraft animations or things like that, especially people who are big, like bring them in and have them like work on like a couple frames of the movie or something, if they were actually up to snuff. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, like I think it's always nice when they give little nods to the community. Like, what is it? The FNAF movie having like MatPat and like other creators in it. That's cool. That's fun. Because at the end of the day, it's people that love these things. So, acknowledging those people is what you want at the end of the day. I just realized something. He did not have a leg, he just had a foot. I messed that up, I messed that up. I need to go over to here. I need to erase all this business. Ah, too much. And then I need to go down here to this layer, grab this color, and fill. Oh, it's because I need it. Yay! Alright, then I need to come back up here. Grab this color. And make sure that's all filled in. Alright, there we go. Oh, that lake looks bad. That lake looks real bad, actually. Hold up. Can I do literally all of that? Okay, yeah. Brosif, that looked bad. Need to be a lot shorter. Okay, that looks better. You pay more attention to that stuff, jeesh. Alright. We gotta erase. Get out of here. Alright, and then be orange. Be orange. Be all the orange you can be. Starbucks. I don't know why, there's nothing funnier to me than just getting things wildly wrong. God, everything is a Starbucks commercial. I've been trying to get into caffeine. I've drank coffee every day this week in the morning. And I'm going to be honest, I think I'm drinking at the wrong time of the day. But one thing I've realized, especially at nights, I am just freaking out of energy when I get home. There's a bunch of nights where I'm like, I want to stream, but I'm like, nothing in me can make me stream. And I like, especially on the weekends, like the weekends have been real bad recently. Like last weekend, I just did nothing but veg for Saturday and Sunday. I don't know if I was just exhausted or what, but I had zero energy whatsoever in any single cell of my body. But the weekends really are like my only time to do stuff, so I want to be using them. So, but yay. So, I think it's also, like, I take medicine for my ADHD. It's Adderall. Okay, you never say the kind of medicine that you take to people around you who know you, that you know in real life, because even if you trust the person telling it to, like, oh yeah, this is what I take, they might be, sure, cool. You might trust them not to do something or like steal it or whatnot, but you have no idea who they will tell. Because you just don't. And you have no idea how far that information will spread. And you have no idea if it will ever get to somebody who is like, oh, hey, you're taking that, huh? So, never say the kind of medications that you're taking to people around you. Unless it's somebody like a family member or somebody who's like helping you to stay responsible with taking it and whatnot. There's always, I guess there's always like exceptions, but just in general, you don't want to do that. I don't mind saying it on the internet because no one here knows me personally. But Adderall is basically just meth. It's not even a joke. It's an amphetamine. It's literally, meth is short for methamphetamine, and Adderall is an amphetamine. It's basically like an extremely, extremely low dosage of meth. That I guess is supposed to like stimulate the part of your brain that's like blah, 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 and make it feel like it's going blah, 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 on its own, so that you're gonna go do and get stuff done. And I don't take it on the weekends, and I really should. Hold on, I just saw a message from my family, and I was like, what the heck was that? What the hecky? Oh. My parents have gotten... My parents have really gotten into puzzles lately. And very adorably, they have set up a card table in the middle of the living room with some folding chairs around it and the puzzle table on it, so that they can like sit and watch TV together and put puzzles together. Oh no. Okay, sorry. I saw a message that my parents were getting a car, and I was like, wait, what? Since when are they buying a new car? I'm pretty close to my family. That would be a crazy thing to just learn out of nowhere about my family. But no, they're... my oldest sister, her and her family live down in Texas, and they're going down to see them this next weekend, I want to say. And they're talking about getting a rental car, not an actual car. Yay! Alright. Hello, Beeford. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. I feel so bad for him, but I'm the person that did it to him. I had to do it to him. He was coming at me. Had to do it to him. I made this so tiny. Why did I do that? I love really big. Brushes. They make it so easy to cover more of the canvas in a much more better fashion. It's nice and even. You know, at the end of the day, all these lo-fi stations are the same. I know there's like real streamers use like endemic sound or stuff like that have actual like mixes and whatnot, but trying to give a little bit of roundness. I'm also going to a little bit around the top of those little like hand pads. Oh. Oh, poor little guy. He forgot. No, okay, it looks better if I don't. You forgot. He got all the way here and then realized he forgot. Poor little guy. It's gonna be okay, buddy. It's gonna be alright. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna do this. And then re-hit that area right there. Perfect. Alright. And then do 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 My brain thinks of the most random stuff. Alright, speaking of my obsession with Twitter, because I actually like watch these things, I get recommended quote unquote like science things. And it's usually stuff like, hey, what if we like played around with like plasma or whatnot? Or like, show how much more dense tungsten is to lead. I'm like, oh cool, I like stuff like that. But then I also get like recommended this like science channel that sometimes has things that are science related on there, but most of the times it's just a guy who's like, it's like Zach D, and it's this guy who's like just animated stories that he's found. And the thing that popped into my head was one that came up was just like some story about like a lady who like had horrible diarrhea and sprayed it on a plane. And I was like, ugh, I don't want to see this. Luckily it wasn't like showing anything, but it was still like animated and it was really gross. So I like scrolled past it. For some reason that just popped back into my head because it had traumatized me apparently. And then that reminded me of this story I heard once about a lady who was like, tell me about, I don't even know where it was. But it's a story of this lady, and it was like, this was like way back in the day, like way, way, way back in the day. I was like, hey, tell me about the story of your first date with your now husband or wife. And this lady was like, first date with my husband. It was going great. We had a wonderful time. We were He was driving me home afterwards. However, I'll never forget this. She was like, I really needed to fart, but the date had went so well. I was like, I really like this guy. I don't think he would care. I'm just going to fart in his car. Which, I mean, if she's comfortable enough to do that on the first date, that's a really good date. That guy absolutely nailed it. I'm gonna be so honest there. Guy absolutely nailed it. But she was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And she kind of let it out. It wasn't a fart. And she just like full like diarrheaed the passenger seat of his car. And maybe it was like a, how did you know that he was the one story? And apparently it's like the first date. And apparently he pulled her over. She got cleaned up. He like cleaned up his car, went home, took her home. Didn't once get mad at her throughout the entire thing. It was just like, yeah, no, this shit happens. Ha ha ha. And all of that. Meanwhile, she's like the most embarrassed she's ever been, and he's just being chill about it. And she was like, yeah, that's how I knew. I shat myself in front of this guy on our first date, and he was like, I still like you. Which is a really funny story, but also kind of touching at the same time. Don't ask me why that just came back to my mind. I don't know. Love is a beautiful thing. I'm not crazy about this question, Mark. I feel like it should actually... I need to get rid of this. Alright. This has been something I've been thinking about. We're just going to do it. Alright, I'm thinking that instead of... We're going to move some stuff here. I'm going to turn off some... Yeah, I'm going to turn off some colors. Okay. I'm thinking that instead, what I want to do is, I want to, hold on. Let's move this off to the side. Cool. I want to move this down, make it smaller. And then make two more, make them even smaller than that. And kind of put them off to the side like this. Apply transformation, yes. Yes. And, what is that? I don't know what that is. Alright. Oh wait, hold on a second. Okay. And then I want to... I see what it is. Okay. I want to just grab this, move it like that, over here, make it even smaller, put it at a bit of an angle, okay, and then copy, paste this, move this like this, put it over here, okay, and then I'm gonna merge these. I can draw that again if I don't like it. And then here, no, Okay. Let me add these colors back. He looks like a real bumblebee now. Okay, alright. And then this would be... Actually, hold on a second. Wherever these are, I actually need to get rid of this. That's on... That's on a couple different layers. Okay, so I have to come up here. And I gotta get up. No, I gotta just get rid of it. Now, what layer is that on? Be orange, okay. Okay, and then I need to come up here. Get rid of this around here. Perfect. And then kind of add this back in. I didn't have to do some of the other stuff I just did. I just realized. That's fine. But I do have to draw around this, which is fine. Yay! Actually, I don't have to draw around this. Nope. Okay. Okay, well. Maybe it's better if I just erase out the middle. There we go. And then just fill in the bits rather than filling in everything. It's gonna be a little scuffed no matter what, so I do need to mess with my fill bucket a little bit more. It's hard to get the settings just right on that. I feel like it's one of those things that once you get it, you just kind of set it and forget it. But there seems to be about like a 1 pixel issue, which ain't great, but it is what it is. Okay. Now I gotta refix. Did you hear my stomach just now? I've been working out again. And I've been getting extra hungry. Maybe some spaghetti. Some leftover spaghetti and a little bit of, not a little bit, but an orange. Maybe wasn't the best dinner. We'll see. Wing yarn and question marks. Now, is it gonna work here? Okay. Well, now it seems to have been like a perfect fill. Okay, I do like that a little bit more. Maybe it should be... The question mark should be a little cloudy looking. Because right now it just looks like he has 3 question marks above his head. But if they had like a little bit of a cloudy feel to them, maybe they would appear more like it's a thought that he's having. Because I really want it to look like him going like, what's going on? Where'd it go? Okay. Think about how clouds work. I don't know how they work. How does one cloud? I don't know. How does one cloud and it not look like a ball sack? Like I just did, by accident. Okay, I don't like any of this. I've never liked any of this, and I never will like any of this. Okay. It's also don't want it to be look like too bumpy, but it kind of needs to. It's supposed to be clouds. Okay, so okay, maybe once I start erasing things, it's looking a little not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. All right, and then we go up to this layer. We erase this. No. We erase this bit. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. In fact, it's kind of nice. No. I need this white. Fill in these bits and bobs and bangles and boppos. Okay, that's a little bit better. I'm gonna be a bit of a stickler about it. And I'm gonna make this one just a little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. I hate how many layers I have to fix this on whenever I make a change. Yeah, it is what it is, though. It is what it is. All right, and then... Okay, they're all close to each other. All right. Okay, that looks... Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that more. I like that more. What layer is that on? Genuine question. Okay, it's on this layer. Okay. What layer is that on? Well, now I have questions. Is it on that layer? No. Is it on? What layer? It's probably on this layer. Yeah, it is on this layer. Okay. Yay! All right. And then we're gonna need to do a little bit of... I got the basic outline. Ah, no. Come back over here. I really don't want this to look like intestines, which is going to be hard. Really looks like intestines, but it's white, so it's clouds. That's how that works. And I need to thin these lines up a bit because they are thick. And not in a good way. Okay. Oh. All right, and then come back over here. And we fix all of these little bots and bits and bubbos. See how it looks. This is clearly something I put way too much thought into. But when you stare at something for long enough, you start thinking about it a lot. That's how that works. There we go. No way anyone would have ever seen that close to it. Okay. And now we come up here and we get rid of that. Fix that little hole I made right there. Lo siento. And then we grab this. We copy. We paste. We do a little bit of this. We do a little bit of resizing. So I thought I heard something. Something that I was not expecting to hear. Okay. And now we copy this, paste this, come over here, slap it down, and then we combine those together. Okay, yeah. And we go here. We erase this business. And we fill this in with the white, and we got ourselves a more contemplative bee. And one that actually signifies, hey, this is what he's thinking. Rather than just random question marks appearing above his head. You know. You know. Alright. Yay! All right, there we go. Hey. Let's look from a distance. I'm not crazy about it from a distance, but I think I'll come back to it. Especially because I want to work on the actual shading for the wings now. Alright, let's grab this color. We'll do this. And then this is white, but actually I want to go up here too. The blue. And I want to use this. As my actually here's what we're gonna do. I made this a masking layer, right? Yes, okay. Perfect. And then we get all of this. And then I'm not feeling it. Maybe more like a that. That could be it. But I also want to use the same color over here on these clouds. Maybe that'll help them stand out a bit. It's like, oh, these are supposed to be clouds. Not intestines. They're definitely not intestines. I've never drawn intestines once in my life, and you can't make me. All right. I do what I want. That's not true. I don't do what I want. If I did what I want every day, well, actually, to some extent, I do what I want. Actually, I do this so that maybe one day I can do what I want. Okay. Actually, that helped a lot. Now it does look more like question marks from afar. I can't explain it, but it does. Little guy, he forgot. Oh, poor little guy. All right. Let's see if I can get these last two bees done. I'm going to save this guy for the end. And we're just going to come over here. And I'm already on this layer, so I might as well just... whip. And then whop. I'm going to need to do that later for all the other bees, but whatever. All right. Is it the yellow? Yellow. Yellow. Where's that light going to be coming from? white. And then let's hit the orange. I just realized we're getting close to like con season here soon, aren't we? I always wanted to go to a con. There's a local one. But I'm not sure how good it is. Oh, I take that back. I have been to one. I went to the RTX, the Rooster Teeth Expo, years ago. And that was good. That was a fun time. And I was supposed to go to a local one a couple of years ago as well. I was dating a girl at the time, and she really wanted to go. So, my present for her birthday, which was in February, was like, hey, let's see. She really wanted to like go on like some sort of like couple cosplay. So I was like, hey, for your birthday, what your present is going to be is I took it to like this really big costume store around here, and we tried on a bunch of like different things. And I was like, hey, my birthday present is going to be renting these costumes for the con. So we went there and like tried out a bunch of stuff, and it was a lot of fun. And then we went out to get fondue after that. That was a good day. And then the con was going to be in like, I think it was like the end of March, early April. No, I think it was going to be in May that year. But or something like that. I remember we weren't going to be able to get them in April, but then she broke up with me in March, so I ended up not getting her a birthday present. Because the birthday present that I was going to give her, she ended up not being in my life for that. I remember thinking, like, when the con came around, I was like, oh, shoot. Do I still have to, like, pay for this? But no, I didn't. She never contacted me about it, so I was like, well, whatever. And she also wasn't the kind of person that would do that, so. Keep hitting the wrong thing. This guy's getting underlit. Yeah, and there's another one coming up. It's that same con is coming up pretty soon again. And I think about that every time. I remember that was the first time I like had a cape. And I gotta say, capes are surprisingly breezy. I think that might have been their point. Like, it's always like circulating air around your back a little bit when you're moving, and it like really cooled it down. I was like, oh, hey, okay. Because I tried on like a Batman, and she tried on a Robin. That was fun. But anyway. We're going to be seeing a lot more cons. It's about that time of year once more. Again. And then there's probably going to be like a little bit of highlight around here. I haven't added like the highlights to these guys just yet. I need to do that still, but whatever. It's going to be in this color. Yeah, and let's see, I should be able to finish up the wings pretty quickly. It's gonna be like barely any in there, if like at all. This guy, he's kind of facing away from it, so he's gonna have like, it's gonna be pretty much all of this side of the wing, and then like a little bit like right in there. Yep. And then I got that guy, that guy, that guy. I just have these two down here, perfect timing. And then this guy, same thing, most of this side of the wing, and a little bit more of this side. Perfect. And this guy, pretty much the same thing, most of this side, and a little bit of this side. All right, perfect. I didn't really like that. Okay, there we go. There we go. We got our bees shaded. I just realized I've got this huge chunk of hair over here that I gotta finish up too. We'll do that later. Alright, but with that, we really just got the stuff from the portal. We got the little trinkets and doodads that they're holding, which is going to be fun. I'm not crazy with the shading on her face. Something about it keeps reading off to me, and I cannot put my finger on what. Something about it kind of reads this off to me. The scissors are going to be crazy, because that's metal. I don't want to get too crazy with them. Anyways, we'll figure that out. And then the detailing of the inside of the hair is going to be nuts, because look at the inside of her hair. It's also got a little bit of a, so I gotta, kind of near the end, I gotta lighten it up a bit. And then I have to add full ass constellations and stars in there. So that's gonna be real fun. We're gonna be doing that too. And then all the extra stuff that's going on with the bees and whatnot. There's a bunch more like little just detail work to do. That's not that big a deal. I'm probably gonna spend some time off, especially for the stars and stuff. I'm probably gonna spend some time offline doing all that. All right, but with that, it's been fun, it's been real fun, but it has not been a fun reel. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Y'all have